What about it, YouTube? So, here's Switzerland that's figured out how magic credit works. Okay. Of course, in this video, you get a few swarmy comments, especially from this chick right here. I can't stand most of what she says. It's ridiculous. She's so PC and retarded every time she opens her damn mouth. But this is the important thing, is that Switzerland's figured out what magic credit is. Okay, they're asking that everybody gets $2,800 a month, whether they earn it or not. That's like the minimum standard income of a person. And they discuss, you'll hear it in a second in this video, about how it provides them dignity and this and that. But of course, what always comes up is, well, what about the lazy people? And see, there's a link right here. I'm not even going to watch it because I can't stand the Young Turks. But you know, just by the title and how those douchebags are, that when they say they get $2,800 a month for nothing, that the whole thing is going to be the argument of, well, what about lazy people? This is weird, you know what I mean? Because everybody's so Ayn Randian, you know. Everybody's got this idea like no free lunch and like Shafe Studios, and I mean most of these people on YouTube that even discuss monetary issues, they have no idea how magic credit works. They have no compassion for those that struggle, and they have no real grounding in reality. Just the non-emotional reality of the situation is that when people don't have enough money, or a community's money dries up, right? If there's not enough money going around for people to get what they need, then what's the community going to resort to? Of course, it's going to bring in all the scourges of society. You're going to have the neighborhood turn into a drug den with prostitution and the rest of it, because that will be the only way for those people to get by in life. They'll have to, compromise doing what's right and what's wrong so that they can make it. So it's a fact. I mean, sure, you're going to still have that stuff going on, but it's a fact that desperate people will do desperate things. So by doing this, you take away that desperation. Now no longer does anybody have to struggle for sustenance, and so they really don't have an excuse for their ill behavior at all. It's not like they can say, I needed the money so I went and robbed somebody, or I needed the money so I sold drugs, or I needed the money so I pimped myself out, or I pimped my sister out. Depending on the laws around the scourges of society, you'd lack any defense whatsoever. You see, if money's, as far as money goes, right? I mean, you could say I'm just a fucking whack job, so that's why I do bad things. But that's how magic credit works. Now, I really don't believe in this whole narrative of lazy people anyway. I mean, I know plenty of lazy people that have jobs. I would say most lazy people do have jobs. It's not like lazy people don't want to work; they just want a check from the government. I would say maybe certain members of the welfare state. Well, I shouldn't even say it. Well, let's not go there. Let's just say this, okay? I don't believe in a bunch of lazy dudes out there that just don't want to work. They want to suck off the system. They what happens is that most of these lazy guys, I mean, most lazy guys I know, they're CEOs, and higher ups in companies. They're the ones who act like the big cheese and make all these decisions from on high, and then whip the dumb bastard down below in the corporation that doesn't fulfill his prophecy of how his way of doing things is going to work out. Okay, but they're generally lazy people. They're just lazy-minded people that form a protection racket and blame the actual workers for everything that goes wrong in that corporation, that company. I've seen it happen a million times. So I don't know about this lazy stuff. you know. But let's listen here to some of the details as they discuss Switzerland's initiative, ballot initiative here. And this thing is a little bit laggy, so it'll come, it'll play here in just 1 second.
You know,
I don't go over so well, no.
Imagine, okay, so the Basic Income Initiative says this about what is basic income. The emancipatory, unconditional basic income is defined by the following 4 criteria. Universal, individual, unconditional, high enough to ensure an existence in dignity and participation in society. Now, the average fast food worker in the United States brings home about $1,500 a month. They're basically putting on the ballot something that would guarantee every adult citizen of Switzerland $2,800, whether they have a job or not. Now, that's
whether they have a job or not?
Yes.
Huh.
See, there's a safety net that would have to be created
Okay.
by taking the money from their social insurance system. Eno Schmidt, founder of the group, the Basic Income Initiative, says it could be one of the landmark historical moments, like the abolition of slavery or the civil rights movement. Of course, those who don't want it will find excuses, but those who do want it will find solutions.
Okay, Mark, I think this is awesome, but I'm sure some people are wondering what's up with all the lazy people, what's going to happen there? Are people just going to sit back and collect this $2,800, not do anything?
Exactly.
How long can they collect this $2,800?
John Schmidt, a senior economist at the Progressive Center for Economic and Policy Research, basically points out exactly that argument. He says, you can imagine that if this proposal in Switzerland passes and everyone gets $2,800, that the right can say, well, why should we provide health care? Why don't they let the people use the money that we're giving them? Why should we provide public schools? We should let people use the money that we're giving them. Why should we buy education for their kids in the marketplace?
Let's take this retarded argument a little bit further, that, you know, everyone's going to sit on their hands and collect the $2,800 and do nothing as soon as they offer it to society. Obviously, it would eliminate the need for a minimum wage, because you could very well, yes, make an argument like, why would I go flip burgers for Walmart and make $1,500 when I could just get the $2,800? And I'm not exactly sure if there's a supplemental thing in there as far as like if the company, but if there's not a supplemental thing in there where magically the government makes up what you don't earn to the $2,800, anyway, the need for a minimum wage would be gone, because corporations would be forced to compete with that $2,800 benchmark. So entry-level jobs would be what, at least $2,800 or more that you would earn if you went to work. And so, yeah, maybe prices would go up to be able to pay for the higher wages, but there would be a guarantee. You want to talk about a safety net guarantee for your economy? You'd have a guarantee that you're going to sell stuff off the grocery store shelves. That's going to be a guarantee that they can give people jobs. That's going to be a guarantee that restaurants can stay open. That's going to be a guarantee, in having a low crime rate because people aren't struggling out there. Okay, it's going to be a guarantee that people are buying cars and buying everything, whatever else they need or want, and circulating money, because the money's there. Okay, if anything, your problem would be monitoring the pool of money so that you didn't have an outrageous inflation curve, and maybe having to tax some back out. But at least you'd have that guarantee in real time, all the time. The guarantee doesn't go away. So, anyhow, that's Magic Credit. You can watch this whole video. They talk about how it would add to the dignity of people and give them a place in society if they could have this guarantee. And they're right. They're right. I suggest everybody watch the video, just to kind of understand Magic Credit a little better. All right, I'm out.